Greetings Pokemon fans and welcome back to Poliwhirls Wrath. My name is JD and today we're doing a very special video where we're playing through Pokemon Blue with Poliwrath to get its second playthrough in. If you don't know this, I'm doing a tier list where we're ranking every Pokemon in Generation 1 fully evolved to see who the best Pokemon is in Generation 1, who the best type is, best of every type, etc, etc. Well, for a long time, Poliwrath was sitting number 1 on this list with a time of 43 minutes and 52 seconds. However, I did some replays recently, and Machamp overtook Poliwrath with a time of 43 minutes and 13 seconds, so it sits number 1 on our list. Today, we're going to play through with Poliwrath and see if Poliwrath can take its number 1 spot back. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the ins and outs of this Pokemon. Real quick, we are a water fighting type. We have a medium slow growth rate, HP is 90, attack is 85, defense is 95, speed and special both 70, and we have a critical hit rate of 13.67. This is a stone evolution. So if you look in the top right corner, you're going to see not a broad level up moveset, because when you evolve with a stone, you don't add moves. The only exception I think this is for like Eevee. So when we add the stone, if we had Poliwhirl in the game, all Poliwhirl's moves have to be learned before we give the stone, or else it won't learn any more moves. We start the game off with a great moveset, but we don't level up and get more moves. Hypnosis, Water Gun, Double Slap, and Body Slam are the 4 moves you start with. Very solid moveset, to be honest with you. And via TM, we're going to get some other moves. Now, I wanted to do a what if in the future, not anytime soon, but a what if Poliwrath had amnesia. I think it'd make this Pokemon completely broken, probably one of the fastest times I've ever done in this game, next to like Mewtwo. Let's go ahead and go over some TMs real quick. Obviously we can get Mega Kick and Mega Punch. We're not going to use either one of those. We're also not going to use, we don't need to TM for Body Slam. We can get the TM for Double Edge, Bubble Beam, Water Gun, Ice Beam, Blizzard, all useful. Hyper Beam's useful. Seismic Toss, Earthquake, Psychic. Very broad moveset for this Pokemon, and this Pokemon just knows exactly, if we time it right, we can do a lot of great things with this Pokemon. We're going to dive into this playthrough. So, we start off in our Pokemon's name, I believe it's Poli, P-A-U-L-Y. So, Poli is the name of the Pokemon, and we're going to face off against our rival. Our rival's name is, what's our rival's name? It's Ridu. I named it Ridu. So, we're going to go ahead and switch around the moves. Body Slam will be a 2-shot on the Bulbasaur, very good. We beat our rival pretty handily. And we're going to move right on to the next part of the game, which is our second rival battle. We really haven't fought anything else since then. So we're going to go right into our next battle. We're at level 6. We're going to go for Body Slam again. We shouldn't be going for Body Slam. We should go for Hypnosis. Put Pidgey to sleep. What we don't want in this battle is we don't want Pidgey to sand attack us. It can really ruin this battle. So we level up to level 7. And now we just Body Slam the Bulbasaur. He does Growlithe, so that it's a 3-shot, not a 2-shot. Get a pretty easy win though. Doesn't have any grass moves at that point except for Leech Seed. So we dominate him, and we skip over the Bug Forest. This is a replay, so I don't need to show every little intricate battle. I just want to show the main battles. Body Slam on the Diglett, very good. And we're going to go for a Water Gun on the Sandshrew. It's going to be a 2-shot, very good. We have 25 hit points left, but we're going to go right into our next battle at level 13 with 3 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. And our time will come out pretty good, because we're going to one-shot both of Brock's Pokemon in 1-shot and a 1-shot. Very good. Wakanda forever. As Brock comes out, we get a pretty easy win at 3 minutes and 15 seconds over Brock. And we're going to move right on to the next part of the game. And I'm showing you actually a little bit of things I've never shown. So we go out and we heal. And then we're actually going to go buy some things, but I don't think I'm going to show that. Now we're going to right in the Mountain Moon. Very good. Now, usually in most playthroughs, I will pick up Mega Punch, but there's kind of no point in Mega Punch. It's not that good. It's not great accuracy. Double Slap will do just fine if I need to use another move. But the way we're playing right now is we're kind of having not really minimum battles, but we're kind of avoiding battles that were not like favored to just one-shot things, just for speed purposes. And we grabbed the Dome Fossil. I know if I didn't tell you, you're going to ask. Actually, now I think of it, go ahead and ask anyway. Comments are right for that YouTube algorithm. We move right on to Misty. Misty is the Water Gym leader. She's going to lead out with a Staryu. Body Slam is going to be a 2-shot on the Staryu. We do paralyze it, and now Starmie comes out. What we don't want is we don't want that damn X defend, but we hope for a critical hit. Also, though, she's not going to do anything to us, because she's just going to go for physical moves like Tackle, because she sees us as Water type and sees her moves as ineffective. So that's what she does. We're going to go here and heal real quick. And we're going to go pick up a Rare Candy. And we're going to pick up that Rare Candy right here. Let's see if I get it right off the bat. Perfect. There we go. Rare Candy. And now we're going to move right on to our next battle, which is against our rival. Our rival is going to come out with a Pidgeotto now. Pidgeotto evolved. And so Pidgeotto is going to go down to 2 Bubble Beams. Oh, 1 Bubble Beam. Get a critical hit. That's great. Now we're going to go for a Body Slam on the Abra. Very good. And Bubble Beam on the Rattata. Very good. We're going to go back to Body Slam on the Bulbasaur. Very good. This point in the game, we're actually doing very well. We're about to have the largest conglomeration of like fights you can get and get the most levels at one point. And we just want to manage our power points And we're going to move right on to this next area of the game. We probably should have got rid of Hypnosis to this point and added something like, I don't know, Seismic Toss just to have more power points. However, we're going to go right on to our battle with our rival. This is rival number 4. And he's going to go down to 2 Bubble Beams. 1 Bubble Beam on the Eradicate. Kadabra's going to go down to 1 Body Slam. And Ivysaur has Vine Whip now, so that can be super effective. But we get the knockout. We beat our rival. And we're going to move right on to Lieutenant Surge. Now, this is a risk because he's electric type and we are water fighting. So he could Thunderbolt us and paralyze us, Thunderbolt us and critical hit and knock us out. But we're going to go for Bubble Beam on the Voltorb. It's a 2-shot. Body Slam on a Pikachu. It's a 1-shot. Or I choose a 1-shot with a critical hit, so we don't even have to worry about getting hit by Thunderbolt. We move right on to this cave where we're going to fight this hiker. I call him Boomer because he goes boom. A lot of his Pokemon like to go boom. However, we have a water move which will 1-shot him because it's 4 times effective. Look how effective Water Gun is, 240. That's something that moves should never have, but very effective. And so we win, and we move right on to the Rocket Game Corner and Celadon City. Now, when we get here, we have a little bit of an upgrade of our moveset. We added Psychic. And so now we have Bubble Beam, Body Slam, Psychic, and Hypnosis. Hypnosis, I don't know why we still have it. We don't really need it. We could add Ice Beam. We can add a couple moves here. But we're going to add it eventually, and we're going to move right on to Giovanni number 1. Giovanni number 1 is a cakewalk because we have Water move for both of his Rock type. And then Kangaskhan can't really do much to us unless he gets a critical hit. So we're just going to go ahead and go for Bubble Beam with him, and he gets a 2-shot. Giovanni number 1 is a cinch, and we're going to move right on from Giovanni number 1 right into our 5th rival battle in Pokemon Tower. We have Ice Beam now. Ice Beam will 1-shot the Pidgeotto. Very good. Gyarados comes out. We don't have anything great for Gyarados, but we're going to go for Ice Beam. He did just up our physical attack stat by hitting Leer. So Bubble Beam's a 1-shot on the Growlithe, Body Slam on the Kadabra, and now that Ivysaur's come out, 1-shot with Ice Beam. Very good. We beat our rival, and we're going to move right on to, I believe, Koga's gym after this. Well, actually, maybe Erica. And Erica it is. So Erica's gym is actually, can be difficult, but it also cannot be difficult. It really depends. It just depends on some RNG here. We do have super effective moves against our Pokemon. We have Ice moves, and we also have Psychic moves. Neither one of those are stab, so we don't have any real benefit to each one. However, Ice Beam is slightly more powerful than Psychic, so we're going to lean into that. If it was a physical move, we probably could be. I could be more confident in what we're going to do. But Ice Beam is going to 1-shot. Oh no, it's not. See, this is what I mean. I was very concerned about that. Ice Beam on the Tangela, it is super effective, so it 1-shots. And right here, we could get put to sleep or get knocked out. That was a critical hit. So very scary battle with Erica there. We do get the win, however, and move right on to Koga. Koga, we have Psychic and Earthquake. We have better stats with Earthquake, like our attack stat. So Earthquake will be the move we use here. Earthquake on the Muck. It's going to be a 2-shot. We're going to use save a power point and just go for Psychic. There we go. And Earthquake on the Coughing, and then Earthquake on the Wheezing. He could poison us. He could explode. Either one of those is not the worst thing ever. We get the win over Koga, and we're going to move right on to Blaine. Blaine is the Water Gym leader, and honestly, we should have kept Bubble Beam for Blaine. However, we should be pretty good with moves because Earthquake is super effective against fire Pokemon. So I've not hung on to Bubble Beam for a reason. Now I have a moveset I think I can take into the end of the game. So Earthquake on the Rapidash, and his Arcanine on a 1-shot. I highly doubt it. He's very bulky. He's not, but he does very little damage to us. We knock out the Arcanine. Blaine is a cinch. So we are at 31 minutes and 50-some seconds while we're going into our 6th rival battle in Silph. Pidgeotto comes out. We'll go for Ice Beam on Pidgeotto. It's a 1-shot. Very good. Gyarados comes out. Ice Beam. Actually, we freeze him, so that's great. And we move right on to the Growlithe. Growlithe will go down to 1 Earthquake. Very good. Alakazam comes out. It'll go down to 1 Earthquake as well. Very good. Ivysaur really can't do a lot to us. Maybe Razor Leaf, unless it crits. But it crit there, and we still have more just about half health. So we get a pretty easy win over a 6th rival. And move right on to Giovanni number 2. Giovanni number 2 is also pretty easy. He's added to Poison Pokemon, and we have Psychic, so Earthquake on the Nidorino, very good. Earthquake on the Kangaskhan will be a 2-shot. And then Rhyhorn comes out, we should go for Ice Beam on the Rhyhorn, or Earthquake, either one will do. It's super effective either way. And then we're going to go for Psychic on the Nidoqueen. We should have gone for Earthquake, it would be more powerful, and it's more effective anyway. So we beat Giovanni number 2, and we're right on to Sabrina, and her Whip. And her Psychic Pokemon can do a lot of damage to us if we don't knock them out. So we'll go for Earthquake on the Kadabra, Earthquake on the Mr. Mime. Venomoth comes out, we'll go for Psychic on the Venomoth. And then Alakazam comes out, Earthquake. Is it a 1-shot? It is not. However, it just goes for Reflect, and so we get a 2-hit knockout on Sabrina. And move on to our final gym leader, the last Giovanni fight of the game. and he's going to come out with a Rhyhorn. We're going to go for Ice Beam on the Rhyhorn, Ice Beam on the Dugtrio, and we're going to go for Psychic on the Nidoqueen. Again, I should have just stuck with the same move, or Earthquake. We are higher physical attacks than special, and Earthquake knocks out the Nidoking, and an Ice Beam on the Rhydon. So pretty easy win, took no damage against the Giovanni fight, and now we're going to move right on to our final rival battle before the Elite Four, and here we go. We've taken no reset to this point. We're at 36 minutes and some seconds. I'll go for Mimic on the Pidgeot. We're going to Mimic Agility. 2, 3, and final setup. There we go. Now we'll go for Ice Beam, knock out the Pidgeot. Good news is we leveled up right before this battle, so we shouldn't level up in the middle of battle. That should be the goal here, is to not level up in the middle of battle. Fight doesn't do anything to us. Go for Ice Beam again. We got a low health right now, which is not fun. I don't want to take any resets here. Earthquake knocks out the Growlithe. Very good. Alakazam, one shot on the Alakazam. Very good. We did level up on that, so that could have been scary. Is Ice Beam a one shot? It is not. Vine Whip almost knocks us out, but it doesn't. We get the win over our rival and head to the Elite Four. With 37 minutes on the timer, we're gearing up for a very good finish. So the first member of the Elite Four we have to face is Lorelei, the Ice Specialist. She leads out with a Dugong. Dugong will go down to 2 Earthquakes. He does heal, so we technically use 3. However, it's still 3 hit, or still 2 hit from full health. Knock it out, and we go move on to Cloyster. Cloyster has low special, so Psychic will 2-shot. Very good. Now Slowbro will only go for Amnesia. It sees this as a fighting type Pokemon, so it's just going to spam Amnesia because its AI says that's the best possible move to use. So we use Earthquake. I probably should have maybe used a special move, I don't know, and I actually didn't set up all the way. I'm -1 on the setup I wanted to do. Not a big deal though. We knock out the Jinx in 1 hit, and then Lapras comes out, and it looks like we're going to knock out Lapras in 2 hits. We beat Lorelei and move right on to Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno very much. He's not very good. He's not very useful. But what we're going to do here is we don't even have to heal or anything like that. We just went in and made sure that we went up 1 level so we didn't level up no battle. We are going to Mimic real quick. We probably don't even need to do this, but we're going to Mimic, Harden, and we're going to Badge Boost just a little bit to make our stats even better. And then we're going to Clean Sweep the entire team. Ice Beam on the Onix, very good. Hitmonchan comes out, we're going to go for Psychic, very good. Hitmonlee will go down to 1 Psychic as well, very good. Onix comes out, we're going to go for Ice Beam on the Onix. And we're going to go for Machamp and go back to Psychic, and it's a 1-shot. Very good. So we obliterate Bruno, and that leads us to Agatha and the Agatha Lottery. She can poison us, paralyze, put us to sleep, confuse us, all those things. But we do have 2 good effective moves against her. So what we're going to do is go ahead and start the battle. And what the goal is, I think we're going to do is Mimic. And we're going to Mimic Hypnosis. Nope, we're not. We're going to go right for the kill shot. So Earthquake's a 1-shot on the Gengar. Golbat is 2-shot, but it does confuse us, so that could be scary. Could really ruin our battle. He could put us to sleep while we're confused or something. However, Earthquake is a 1-shot on the Haunter. Once we finally hit the Haunter, Earthquake is a 1-shot on the Arbok, and that leaves us with 1 Gengar, who can't really do anything to us other than poison us. So we beat Agatha pretty handily, and now we're on to Lance, not the liar with the flyers. This is Gen 1. He actually has some Dragon Pokemon, but he is a Dragon Specialist, and here's some things about Lance. Really, he only has 2 Pokemon that can hit us. He has Gyarados, and he has Aerodactyl. The other Pokemon, like I said about with Lorelei, are going to view us as fighting types, so they only want to use psychic moves. Gyarados will go right for normal attacks. Hyper Beam actually does decent damage. And now we move on to the Dragonair. We didn't have to do this. We didn't have to do this at all. We don't have to set up. We could just go for Ice Beam and knock him out. So this is some time saver if I did another playthrough. There's also some stuff in the mid-game, like I said, that I could have cleaned up and probably saved another minute or 2. Aerodactyl is a 1-shot as well. And then the last Pokemon is Dragonite, 1-shot as well. And we beat Lance, the Dragon Trainer, and move right on to the Champion. The Champion, we are at 0 resets. We're right at 40 minutes. We really are gearing up for a good time. If I just did this stuff a little bit faster and better, maybe we would have a time under 41 minutes. However, we did not. And now I got to add some moves here as well. So we're going to go ahead. Are we going to add Blizzard or are we not? We're adding Rest. So we probably didn't need to do this as well. So we're going to put that in over Mimic. And we're also going to put in Blizzard over top of Ice Beam. It doesn't have as many power points. However, it's very powerful. A lot more powerful than we had. And that's it. That should be it. Okay, so at 40 minutes and 33 seconds, we save and head into our final rival battle. The final battle of the game against our rival. Our rival's name is Redo. Like I said earlier, Pidgeot will go down to 1 Blizzard. It is an obliteration. There we go. Alakazam will go down to 1 Earthquake. Very good. Rhydon comes out. Now what we're going to do is spam rest on Rhydon, so he goes for Leer and Tail Whip, and that is boosting our stats. It lowers our defense, but it boosts our attack stat, it boosts our special, so that we could potentially one-shot. So that's a critical hit, so it skipped over all those buffs, but we'll take the knockout nonetheless. Blizzard on the Gyarados. Dragon Rage doesn't do much to us. Psychic is not a 2-shot, so maybe Blizzard again, but I want to save Blizzard for Venusaur, so I don't want to keep doing that. Earthquake on the Arcanine, it's a 1-shot, and is Blizzard a 1-shot on the Venusaur? It is a 1-shot critical hit, don't know if that mattered, but we get the win over our rival at 41 minutes and 26 seconds. This is 2 minutes faster than Machamp. And like I said, if I'd have menued better at the end, probably could have saved another 30 seconds, got this under 41 minutes. If I'd have done some things in the mid-game a lot better, probably could knock it down. I wasn't thinking this when I played through the first time, but after playing through this and knowing where I kind of, not really messed up, but didn't play great, I really do feel that I could get this Pokemon under 40 minutes now. I didn't think that with my first playthrough, but now cleaning up the game a little bit and being more consistent and being more precise and being more persistent and just being very detail-oriented, I think menuing is what cost us some time here. You know, like I said, there's things in the mid-game that haven't gone over yet, but this was a very good playthrough. I was very happy with this playthrough, which means we have to go and adjust our tier list. We're going to move Poliwrath right over here back in the number 1 spot, and we're going to move Machamp right back. Now, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to play a third playthrough with everyone, but some Pokemon might get a third playthrough for whatever reasons. For Poliwrath's sake, I think I can get it under 40 minutes, so I might do a third playthrough in the future. Not anytime soon. I'm going to get through like at least 2 or 3 more types before I circle back to any of the ones I've already done 2 playthroughs on. But yeah, that's the video. That's what happened this week with Machamp. Tune in Friday. We have a playthrough with Cloyster, and Cloyster actually comes in with a pretty solid time. You'll see it, and you're going to see some pretty good grouping on the Ice type. Just throwing that out there. And I also have to do a second playthrough of all the Ice types to make sure that they're ranked appropriately. I have a strategy with the Ice types. There's 3 different Ice types that are in the slow level up rate. So I have a strategy I'm going to do, and I don't know if I'm going to showcase a lot of their playthroughs, but at least showcase the Elite Four and the times in the Elite Four that they get at the end of the game. That way we know, who the best Ice type it really is. And yeah, it's going to be a fun week. Right now I'm filming this voiceover on a Monday, and I think I can dive right into the next voiceover for the next Pokemon, which is Cloyster. I've already played through. I just got to do the actual voiceovers. I'm excited to show you guys this. This has been a very fun week, and it's going to be a fun week this week because I can just play through a whole bunch of Pokemon, knock them out, maybe get 2 done in one morning, and we'll have a real time and a real champion for the Ice types. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.